Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So I know I have not made a video in 4 months, almost like five, I think. Apologies. But today, I'm just having a day, pretty gloomy, pretty in my feelings. Hey Siri, play "In My Feelings" by Drake. Oh, please don't do that. But I just wanna catch up with you guys and just really share my growth thus far, and I've just recently just went through really something really pivotal in my life, and I just want to share that as well. But I just want to start off from uh, what trading or what is trading, right? So how we trade, we wait for structure, we wait for setups, we wait for good setups, right? The equality setups, the and usually you don't take the low quality setups. You look at the resistance, supports, liquidity levels. So before you take a trade, there's really a lot of discipline you have to follow, right? And this is gonna be crucial because, as the point I get on later, but this is very crucial for your own personal life and um, following the trading principles in your own personal life, right? So I had the opportunity of meeting my mentor Eric, and I really have um, conquered, I believe, trading and just like not even just the making money, but the discipline that comes with trading, right? But I have made money, very good money, thus far trading, multiple six figures, and I know a lot of people think, oh my God, that is forever, that is life changing. But no, I tell everyone that this is a stepping stone, and I'm also gonna talk into what I'm gonna do as a stepping stone. But I just wanna like talk to you guys. I just wanna get every like the lessons I've learned into your guys' mind, especially if you're young or even like in your mid 20s. I feel like these can help, right? So, um, what um, so I recently just had someone special in my life that I had a lot of care for, and ultimately, what if you put into trading perspectives, the support resistance wasn't respected. Uh, the en- Enough liquidity hadn't been built, right? And then when the move, like sometimes there's like those fake breakouts, right? But when you do have the move without the proper liquidity, it doesn't go that far, right? So essentially saying that there was holes in the setup or holes in the um, that special time in my life, that there was holes in that, right, which caused the setup to fail, right? And the person also told me about their story and how their once like love, right? And how it is actually very crushing, right? And I believe if I didn't have the principle, the discipline that I got from trading, I'd be at a different spot. But I was told like it can make you do like go into a really bad place in your life, right? Like drinking, smoking, whatever it said. And the person actually fell into that, right? But and I kind of understand it now going through it, right? Why it's so crippling and like why it's so upsetting, you know. And uh it's something that should be experienced and should be conquered, you know. And I believe that is like life, really life's challenge, and how you process that, how you come up from that, right? And I think trading really can be applied to that scenario of like that move, big move happened, but because the liquidity wasn't built, now you just have to wait again for another setup, right? If another setup does present itself, or you just let liquidity build, preserve your emotional capital, preserve your capital, and wait for a better structure, wait for another possible move, right? And that's really how I could really combine trading principles with having special people in your life that you really care about, right? And uh, really it's about self-worth. It's about because realistically I've been through hell, and the markets really put me through hell. So and that's what I just want to preface, like um, every day it was a struggle not to overtrade, not to revenge trade, not to um, do things that would hurt me, right, more, right. At the time I'm like, oh yeah, I'll make the money back, let me just get into another trade, right. No, that 10 times you'll lose more, right? Because you're not in the right headspace, you don't have the patience, right? So, like after like having these thoughts, it's really put into perspective that it's very similar to how I am feeling again, but this is completely different because this is like and no, it's not completely different, but it's very similar, but also different in a way because now it's a human, right? But yeah, it just is amazing what life will throw at you, what life will teach you. And I believe when you conquer like the special person or like the feeling of something not working out or etc., it really builds discipline, it really builds strength, it builds resilience, it builds integrity, right. It builds everything, discipline, and that's how I see it, and I see it as a way of just growth, you know. So if anyone is going through something of losing someone, a special person, etc., whatever, that they saw a future with, whatever, right. And also one thing I can say, when you do make the money young, you don't want the money to be the definer factor of why why the person is in the relationship, or what you can provide for them monetarily, right. Money is just a cherry on top, but how really you build a relationship is through a foundation, meaning like, you know, a house, right, it has to have a foundation. But what if it's the foundation it's built on is shaky, rocky, right, the house, or like whatever, it'll collapse, right. So it's the same thing. So think of the house as like the money, and then the foundation is everything, like how truly you guys get along, how caring you guys are, how respectful you guys are, how just how you guys show up for each other, right. That's like very important, and that really builds that foundation. And then I implore you guys to definitely spend the money. Maybe get a ring, maybe get a something. But other than that, I would not do that, right? And that's what I've also demonstrated. I didn't want You don't want to be like seen as a person that has money, right? You want to be seen as just like someone, as a person, right? So again, that's something you guys should remember, and especially if you're making money young. I mean, if you're like 25, 30, like, you know, the people expect a stable person, like, you know, and the same goes for the woman, right? Um, so, but if you're young, do not flex what you have. Be very modest in what you spend. Be like as conservative as you can, right? Because the goal isn't to spend money when you're young, because then it leads to bad habits when you get older, right? It's about being conservative, it's being money efficient, and seeing how far a dollar can get you. Because if you're young, you could lose this like next month, next week, next day, right? So it's really important to know the value of a dollar, the worth of a dollar, right? And um, so that's very instilled within me, and I frankly couldn't care about how much money is in my bank, or how many numbers there are, or um, whatever, because I believe at the end of the day, nothing will of that matters. Nothing will make you happier by having an extra zero, right? Uh, at the moment, yeah, I've had moments where I spent money and it felt great in the moment, but after it just felt like, oh my god, okay, everything, you know. So it just didn't feel like fulfilling at the end. But again, that's everyone's experience. But um, I would love to say that God has put us in this earth for some reason, and I believe the purpose. Everyone has a purpose, and everyone needs to focus on that purpose and just make God's wishes come true. You know, you are a servant of God. When you die, you go back to God. You know, and I truly believe that is very important and a very good pillar. And also, now, what am I gonna do with all this, right? I just mentioned how I'm now learning processing emotions from the special person in my life. I made the money. I consider myself successful as a young person. I've basically been through everything by now, right? Um, I've never had a special person before, but this time I've experienced it. I understand what it is, and I understand that it could be actually hand to hand with trading. Actually, I mean, trading I've put over 4 years. This the special person 8 months. But yeah, I think maybe trading can be harder, and that's why I'm very prepared, um, and allows me to process things correctly and be in touch without being overwhelmed. Uh, but now, what am I gonna do with all this? Now, I'm just gonna what you do, you put it into your ventures, like whatever you have. I tell everyone, like, again, just trading is a stepping stone, right? And so I have now my idea of $1 billion company, my app company that's coming out, inshallah, hopefully in 3 months. It's really an outlet for people, right? To meet like-minded connections, to find your people, to make something of yourself. Like, because again, as I said, God give you a purpose, and many people waste that potential or purpose because they don't have that outlet, right? So, and especially if you have like any ideas or something you want to collaborate on, you could post that on the app as a quest, host events, groups, chats, whatever they might be. But it's very important to provide that outlet, and that's why I feel like God has put me on this earth, to give people the outlet. And I've realized, at the end of the day, you are like, yes, you'll find the special person, etc. And if God wills it, it'll happen, right? Uh, so I feel it's so good to know that whatever's happening in your life, it's exactly how it's supposed to be. Losing the special person, losing money, whatever it is, everything is the way it is because God wills it, and there is better stuff planned for you, for your future. So just be patient. I like again, in trading you have to be patient. Just be patient. That's literally all. I let your liquidity build, let your capital build, and um, just really understand, is this the right trade for me to take? You are the hunter, right? So when you are presented with a situation, you know when to press that gas, when to go forward, uh, when to like be cutthroat, right? So you'll know that time. So, but at the same time, you need to definitely work on yourself and just be something. It doesn't matter what other people doing, what other people is going on in the. It matters about what you're doing every day. How do you show up for yourself every day, right? Because the trajectory in your life is how God wants it. So if you show up for yourself every day, I promise, uh, w- eh, and you're on your own timeline, you will accomplish things, right? Um, I've been really fortunate to make the money I have, and really just have freedom. Although right now I'm a little trapped because of the app. I'm not gonna lie. I've been marketing the app in person, but yeah. But I have to thank God for exposing me to trading. My mentor Eric. Now I have another mentor, my religious mentor El Taf. These people have been very pivotal, and I believe without that, I really would have been at a different place right now, because it is so crippling, losing someone special. And I'm like really, I really feel for people, and I really understand it, and I really want to help people, and I want for people to have that outlet, for people to just survive, thrive, you know. And I hope you, if you guys have anything, just comment, and I will also make videos. Um, I'll make videos again. I will. I'm sorry I've been taking such a long break. But I just had to do it for myself because I was overextending myself. But I will get back to, because I love talking to you guys. I love an outlet. I love this. I love making the video for you guys. I love yapping. Um, and I just love trying to help anyone I can. So thank you guys for your time. I'm extremely tired. I went to market the app today actually, but I just did not feel up par. And so I just was like, I'm gonna just release a video and just talk to you guys, help myself, right? And just really expose you to the world it is. Again, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what anyone else doing, because you don't really know what's going on in their lives, right? It only matters what you're doing, holding yourself accountable, and just building that discipline, the foundation, so you can build a house on it, right? And again, as I mentioned, be patient, wait for the structure, and if something's meant to be, another structure will present itself, right? And I'm gonna actually show you guys that in, for example, in my charts, right? So, for example, if you miss this trade right here, really good, left shoulder head, right shoulder, left head, right shoulder right here, missed that, right? But then guess what? You could catch this on the way down, right? There's always two opportunities to take the trade, right? And look at how here, right? Even though we had pretty good structure, we just resisted at top, so it didn't really it didn't form the necessary structure to break out. And like again, as I said, for a successful relationship, right, you need good structure, you need good liquidity for that breakout, right? So for example, like if I'm always tapering, right, this is a great example, right? So I'm always tapering at the top, right? So I'm unable to break out, right? But what if I build the liquidity? What if I build, and guess what? We go up again, right? So and the same vice versa, like again, we can go down as well, right? So right now, I'm like right here, right? So now I just gotta let myself build the liquidity. Then we're gonna have either a move up or another move down. Because again, it could always go both ways. But anyways, I just wanted to share that with you guys and just really correlate that to the market. And but guys, if you think that there it's over or there's, I promise you, just let your liquidity build, like, and and because you might just feel like at the top, like, you know, just tapering, right? So just let the liquidity build and see after, give it some time, and then you'll have your answer, right? If you're still headed up or if you're headed down, right? uh, uh, but yeah, just give it time, and even if you're headed down, right, the market always goes up, right? So even after you build that liquidity, give yourself that time, you would head down, right? Market always builds liquidity again, and again, we're at all-time highs. So just think of the market as you, right? We never really, unless like for specific periods, like for bear markets, we only have specific periods, right? But the market has always gone up. You'll always go up. So have that hope, have that faith, and I promise everything will be okay. Thank you guys for hearing me. Yeah, it's a 20-minute video. I wanted to talk to you guys. I really wanted to just catch up. And if you have any questions about the app that I'm releasing, the how I trade, watch my previous videos about the app, just message me, leave a comment. I'm trying to solve a big issue, and I know that's my purpose in life, and that is what my success is, right? Because also one thing, right? It just takes one to succeed, right? One idea, one special person you meet. So just keep putting yourself out there. It just takes one, right? For you to succeed, be happy, whatever. So just take it one at, like, just put yourself out there, keep trying, put yourself out there. If you don't put yourself out there, you're not gonna succeed, okay? You gotta get comfortable with the uncomfortable, okay? All right, guys, thank you so much for your time. I hope you guys have a good weekend. It's Saturday, September 5th, closing out video. See you guys later. Bye.